So we were talking about not North Jersey, South Jersey. There was a guy that created a map. Here's a map that he defined the different regions of New Jersey.
Interesting.
He broke it up as this, and quite honestly, I can't even like. I want to disagree because technically, where I grew up is considered Central Jersey. I've always drawn the line, and I'll get your thoughts on this. Right where Trenton is at the part here where it comes in on the left side where it makes a point right here, I've drawn a line from there straight across. South Jersey is everything down here. North Jersey's there. You got a shore region, and you got like a mythical Central Jersey in the 95 corridor. This is rather...
I think that nails it from what I'm looking at right now.
I think it goes from Philly right across. However, the only problem I have with it is that if you take this line straight across, Northeast Philly goes up into here, and there's no way anybody in Northeast Philly directly across the river from there would be Central Jersey.
Yeah, that's true. You would have to slant that south upward. So where that line is that's cutting off, like what towns?
So this goes pretty much right through Cherry Hill and Haddonfield and everything.
Oh, well, yeah, then I disagree because...
I think it should go from right up here somewhere.
Yes.
Some there over to like...
because
Seaside.
everybody in Cherry Hill, that area, Camden County, we're so close to, Philadelphia.
Yeah. And
anybody that's a Eagles fan, I kind of consider South Jersey.
You usually don't start seeing a lot of New York fans until you get to Trenton. You'll see Yankees shit. You'll start seeing Giants stuff.
Yeah,
all
true.
in there.
I think that is honestly the dividing line is
Right
like
there.
what territory do you get into becoming a New York fan or a Philadelphia fan?
Yeah, exactly. Like
That's
above,
really the cutoff point.
That's the only way I can justify it is based on the fan bases. Up in here, you can make this Giants territory, maybe Jets, whatever. Down here is Philly. Central Jersey is like a blend of the two colors that goes straight across.
Exactly. And then when you get to that place where you're talking to people from New Jersey and you go, are you Eagles fan or are you Giants fan? They're like, I don't really know. There is that mythical Central Jersey.
Yeah, and the good thing about separating it that way is that you have South Jersey, which has Camden, Vineland, Atlantic City, a lot of places like that. Then you got Central Jersey, which has Trenton, and if going across, you get like places like Seaside. North Jersey obviously has a lot of the Pattersons, Hoboken, way up in Western. All of these places, each section has their own area that should be nuked off the face of the planet.
Yeah.
So we all share that in common with one another. And no matter whose sports team is winning, we can all agree that, I would nuke a part of my section in New Jersey.
Yeah, you know what? Comment in. This is interesting. Whether you're from North Jersey or you consider yourself Central, or South Jersey, what do you consider the worst town
in your area? Like worst by
ours has to be Camden. Maybe not so much anymore. There's probably some Camden they've kind of cleaned up. There's probably some spots that are competing.
It's usually the spots that are really going far, like way downhill, where Camden's been living there for a long time. Mm-hmm. They've been climbing up out of it. They've changed a lot. There's a lot of corporations going there because there's tax incentives. Maybe the places that are starting to get flipped one, like Ocean City just increased their beach tag policy where they're increasing the prices to $10 a day, 25 for like a week or some shit like that.
Yeah, but I still wouldn't consider them. I mean,
they're going downhill.
They would be nowhere close to the worst. Wildwood, you want to throw in there. Mm-hmm. I could believe that.
Mm-hmm. Throw Wildwood in there. Atlantic City's basically there as well. Them and Camden are connected, and it's just like an artery that connects to each other of shittiness. But it's those places outside of there. Like, I want to see Moorestown go downhill. I want to see Moorestown get an influx of, carjackings.
You know what? That instead of Martha's Vineyard, they should send them to Moorestown.
That's what I was thinking.
That's probably their next spot.
Moorestown or Haddonfield. There's a lot of great connections that would be able to be made from wherever they fly them in at to a local airport, get them in there, or just all down way South Jersey. Nobody lives down there. Let's just take that over. There's a good reason why.
What is the southest tip of Jersey?
Probably Cape May, and if I'm not mistaken, parts of Cape May actually technically go below the Mason-Dixon line. if you were to draw a line straight across.
So tropical.
Yeah, a little tropical. That's when we say Mason-Dixon, we're talking about the...
I'm thinking of the equator.
You're thinking of the equator. I was thinking of the Tropic of Cancer. What's the other one right above it? Yeah, what tropical. You get palm trees down there.
The Tropic of... I don't know.
Yeah, Cape May County right down there. It's just wineries and a defunct zoo.
Yeah.
Not
Tropic
defunct.
Thunder.
Yeah, not defunct, but they should just have like wild fucking animals like groundhogs and squirrels just running around down there. But you got that, and then you got other parts going just east of there that are like basically going to fall into the Delaware Bay at any given moment.
Oh, you know what? Atlantic City is a major shithole.
You're like, you know what?
That is actually a sleeper for one of the worst places, I believe.
Absolutely. I think it's definitely, if we're going to look at just across the board, it would be no surprise that it's Camden and Atlantic City. And for shore towns in this shore region, let's be honest, it's Sleaze Side Heights. That should be no surprise to anybody. There's a lot of other ones in here, but Monmouth and Belmar and
yeah, they got some upscale.
Lavalette is very nice. You got some other ones up there that are nice.
Some upscale people still vacation in those spots.
But in Seaside, we were there one day during the summer. Did you see anybody on the boardwalk in Seaside that you're like, yeah, you know what? I would help them out of a nuclear holocaust?
No, not in particular. There was a lot of people there that you would not want to
bring to Thanksgiving dinner.
Talking to at a bar.
Yeah. Talking to, let alone being friends with on Facebook. There was a lot of those folks there. So
yeah, a lot of political Facebook rants from people in Seaside from the looks of them.
Yeah. And a lot of these, it's not even going to go just by, obviously you could say Camden, Atlantic City, Trenton, whatever. You're really pointing out a lot of more of the poverty-stricken areas. There's so many places outside of there that I would consider fucking terrible. Hoboken being one of them. It's probably very upscale, but nothing I would want any parts of.
Hoboken's fun.
Yeah. I've been there once.
You said a complete opposite statement and then agreed with me like Hoboken I would never want any part of. Hoboken's nice. Yeah.
No, I would not be sad if they fell
Completely
into the Hudson
flip-flop.
River is all I'm saying. But it was nice when I was there, but I want no parts of it in my state.
It's very much a college, now it's kind of been taken over by college kids who want to get into New York City.
Yeah, college kids are too old for me. It's there's a lot of homecomings to crash this weekend. That you were at the wedding, so you didn't.
No, I did not. Haven't been partaking in homecoming season this year.
I made so much money selling wine coolers to teenagers this weekend.
Nice. That's how we keep this podcast afloat.
How do you think we were able to afford the ginger beer in the white people section of the liquor store?
How do you think we're paying for the big guys' lap dances?
Yeah. Oh, shit. So, yeah, comment in and tell us what you think is, like, the one area, like, just the place you hate the most in your own given area. If we have any North Jersey listeners, I want to invite them over here to fight us with a knife. But
North Jersey, like Newark, is pretty bad, right?
Newark is kind of like right above this.
We have to say that as
drew.
a disclaimer because we don't know North Jersey as well, obviously.
No, because we were taught in school to not pay attention to it. There's usually not a whole lot good that comes out of Northwest New Jersey. You're basically in the Poconos, divided by a river.
There's certain parts of Jersey City. Jersey City is extremely nice now for the most part, but there's still certain parts that are still very bad.
Yeah. A lot of these places, it's always a give and take because you try and make a place nicer, but then you get accused of gentrifying it, which I can get to a degree, but then like it's constantly just volleying back and forth. It's like, okay, then it can just remain a shit. And there's places like that. It doesn't matter if it's white or black. There's plenty of shitholes where there's white people. Look at most of deep South Jersey.
I got no problem with gentrification. People always talk about that as if it's a bad thing, but I feel like it gets confused with them taking over the culture of a place. But in my mind, gentrification is usually just places that are on their fucking deathbed, that are absolute shitholes, and they just clean them up and like put some stuff to do around there and make them a little bit nicer. It's never like this cool hip part of town that's thriving that they just make into something completely different. It's usually like absolute shitholes that they just make a little bit more they just have some more things to do there.
And that's how I've noticed it as well. I lived in Philly for 4 or 5 years, and I saw that with plenty of areas going on. But I'll tell you what, if my wife ever tries to come into this basement and try and gentrify my basement, I'm going to be fucking pissed too. Yeah. She's going to take off the pictures of Gary Busey on the wall and replace them with Hillary Swank and Jennifer Aniston. I'm going to be
That's
fucking
where
livid.
we draw the line.
That is where we want Gary Busey, until he is found guilty in a
As
court of law.
we've said, we support Gary Busey unless everything he's done is true.
He's got to be coming back for that court case pretty soon, I think.
Yeah,
we're going to have to look that up.
We're going to have to show up.
Yeah, but yeah, I will. It'll be a cold day in hell when that woman upstairs comes down here and tries to gentrify my podcast studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, let us know which place you hate the most in New Jersey.
Yeah.